Okay, so this is my new scratch-built wing. It's got a wingspan of 1.57 meters, 1570 millimeters. The wings are made of insulating foam, which I got from Bunnings, and that was wire cut with an electric hot wire to shape and then covered with packing tape. The wing was loosely based around the Optera wing, the 2-meter Optera wing. So here are some of my notes, just comparing the Optera layout, and I used some of that information on this design. The Bunnings insulating foam, wasn't really all that happy with it. The foam is too soft for my liking, and yeah, I don't think I'd use it again. I prefer using depron as a material for building a wing. So the wing profiles were cut, as I said, with a hot wire, and these are the 2 chord profiles. The chord nearest the body, and then the wingtip chord, just for comparison. I've never built a wing before this one, and I haven't flown a wing either. So originally in the first layout I used this rather large fuselage, just that I had from another plane, and that didn't work out well. The first 2 maiden flights, or the maiden flight and the next one, both ended in the plane nosediving down on launch. Not much damage, but just couldn't get the plane in the air. So I decided I would ditch this big body, and I built a new body. So this one here is 70 millimeters wide, and it's made of a double layer of depron foam, 6 millimeter foam. And that's worked out a lot better. I also added additional elevator flaps on the ends there to assist with the amount of reflex required. So I was quite surprised at just how much reflex these wings need to fly properly. With the motor at the back, I wanted to have a really positive way of launching the plane. So I just turn this over. I mounted this wheel that I had from another plane, and this is on the underside of the body, so you can see the motor there. So this is really great in that when you grip that spat between your thumb and your middle finger, and you put your index finger in the back of that spat, it makes for a good launch point to help put the plane into the air without having your hand get in the way of the prop. And this additional height on the wing also helps to keep the plane body off the ground, because the winglets on the end there, they stick down below the bottom of the wing, so that just helps to protect them a little bit. I've just pulled the wing away from the body a little bit, just to show the 2 carbon spars. The front one is a 7mm spar, and the rear one is a 10mm spar. So it gives you an idea of the position of the spars. The CG of the plane that I'm using from this leading edge here is 220 millimeters back, and I've got an extreme back position for the CG of 230 millimeters. Just show you here, this is the video transmitter. I intend to use the plane for an FPV plane later on. So I've embedded the transmitter into the wing and the wire running into the fuselage. The battery I'm running is a 2650, oh sorry, a 3000 milliamp hour 3S, and that should give me at least half an hour of flying time. I haven't tested it yet, but that should give me about that. The motor at the back here is a DYS 2830 1300 kV motor, and this prop is a 9x6 counterclockwise rotating prop. The plane fuselage has two compartments. The one at the back here has a little platform built in. I think you can see it there, a little platform there, and underneath that platform is the ESC, and on top of the platform is the receiver, and then in front of the receiver there will be space for the OSD and flight controller. The front compartment is for the battery, and pretty much not much else really. It's fairly tight, but it's fine. The battery fits in okay. And of course there's the receiver antenna at the front. And at the moment I'm carrying a little bit of lead weight here in the front until such time as I put the camera on. But that balances it pretty well at the 220mm mark, which is where it flies really well. I'll put the specs for the plane, the dimensional specs, on a board and just film that later on, so keep an eye out for that. That yellow tape at the back there is for the GPS positioning. And while I'm at the back here, I made a little vent, a little air scoop at the back to help with cooling of the motor. This front cover also has an air scoop to help get more air into the fuselage to cool the components. I'll just take that off and you can have a look. So it's just a hole cut into the plywood, and yeah, the air just enters in the front there and down through the hole. That then goes through the length of the fuselage, and on the bottom of the plane there's an outlet there, and that's on a bit of a taper, so it does create a slight vacuum and draws the air out the bottom. There is one other thing I want to try with this wing, something different. It's to do with helping the reflex that's required to fly the wing. So just a little project I want to do, but I'll save that for another video. I'll try the components out, the idea out that I want to do, and then if it works well I might make a video of that. And here are the specs for the wing.